Hello, this is Dr. Leslie, your board certified emergency physician, best-selling author, international speaker, and professional photographer. And I welcome you to another episode of 2-Minute Emergencies. So, spring is here. We're all happy, beautiful weather outside most of the time. However, with spring comes the risk of floods. Now, if you are in a flood zone, you should know, you should be aware, because there's a map that you can find put out by FEMA that tells us exactly where those flood zones are. And that's especially prevalent, obviously, in those coastal regions. Hopefully, you have made some plans already to prevent disaster from becoming worse. One of the things I'd like to make sure everybody is aware of is make sure that flood insurance. A couple of other things is to make sure that you have a plan. Having a plan in the case of any natural disaster is of the utmost importance. And were you aware that flooding is actually the number one most common natural disaster in the United States? And because of that, it's also the number one natural disaster cause leading to death in the United States. And many times these are deaths which can be prevented if you know what to do and you're properly prepared. So I already mentioned FEMA has its flood map. I mentioned you having flood insurance, but your plan is key. You need to make sure that you have your documents in a safe, airtight container. And even better these days, make sure that you have digital copies of any of your important documents. Make sure that all of your gutters are clean, that your drains are properly functioning. And if you have a sump pump, make sure that you have a battery backup for that sump pump. These are all things you can check out ahead of time. Now, if a flood is coming your way, if you have adequate warning, follow proper evacuation route. This does not mean the easiest way to get out of town or the fastest way to get out of town. Because many times if you are approaching an underpass or any place where water can collect, you may not be aware of the numbers that you have to keep in mind. 6 inches, just 6 inches, it's all it takes to stall out a vehicle. And 2 feet of water is all it takes to literally move a vehicle. Now, this is rapid moving water. Obviously, for stalling, doesn't have to be rapid moving at all, but 2 feet of water can move a vehicle. If you get out of that vehicle in that moving water, 6 inches, basically anything above your ankle, can wipe you off of your feet. We don't think about water as being as dangerous as it is, but it definitely is a huge risk. So know what the evacuation routes are available to you in your community. Other things that you want to keep in mind, you want to make sure that you have everything you need. Make sure you have your medications. Make sure that you have non-perishable foods for both you and your pet. Making sure that you have cleaning supplies. We don't think about this until after the fact. Cleaning supplies are important to have because, as you can imagine, everybody's going to be looking for them at the same time. This does not mean to hoard. Don't get me started on hoarding, but make sure that you have what you may need. If you have boots, put them on. With flood waters, there's lots of debris and trash that can be very dangerous. You can cut yourself easily because you literally can't see what's in the water going by you. So wear boots. If you have work gloves or some heavy gloves, put them on as well. Reaching down, same hazards. Other things you want to make sure of, turn off your electricity. Electricity and water, as we know, do not mix. Waters are coming your way, turn off your electricity as soon as possible. Other things is do not go back into your home until it's been cleared. While the water may have receded, you can have foundational damage and things like that to your home where it may be unsafe. So be very careful and follow the authorities when it comes to things like this. So these are just some tidbits that I wanted to make sure you keep in mind. I know that the people on the southern coast of the U.S. right now are experiencing flooding. I want you all, well, first of all, you're all in my thoughts, and I hope that you all are remaining safe, and that there is as little damage to you as a person as well as your property. But keep these facts in mind. Once again, just wanted to share these tidbits with you on flood preparedness. I am Dr. Leslie Sharp, your board-certified emergency physician, best-selling author, international speaker, and professional photographer. And I keep bringing you these 2-minute emergencies to keep you healthy, safe, and emergency department. Until next time, be safe and be well.